But now, as we progress, let me know, because I swear to you, yesterday, I was feeling that. One.
You can always tell how racist a guy is by how drunk a guy is by how racist he gets, or how often he confuses the two.
So I'm hammered all the time. Yeah. I love it.
Sir, we pulled you over because we could see you yelling the N-word in your car at the car in front of you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're clearly hammered.
Why? Is he not? Was he white? Because then, yeah.
It's a child on a tricycle, sir.
Yeah.
And yes, it's white. It's an albino.
Yeah, my dad would drink and drive, and he definitely was a racist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really did I tried doing some reflection.
Okay.
And wondering, like, when I first can remember having a differing feeling about black people, noticing they're black, noticing a different culture, having the fear factor there that, I know there's shit going on, like some violence and shit. And
yeah.
And I'm trying to think, like, what instilled that in me? When did I become conscious of race and things like that? And it's very hard to really.
It's not hard for me.
You know, was
it started with me when I met you.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. And it was probably when I met me. The first breath I took, that black doctor that smacked me to get me breathing.
Actually, I said that kidding, but there might be some truth to it. I'm not racist, by the way.
Oh, no. I'm not either. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I said there's black guy. When I go to your house for parties, there's black guys there.
Yeah, exactly.
But I remember before I knew you, I saw a YouTube video where you were laughing at that black dude who made the helicopter in Africa.
Oh, just the funniest. Yeah.
And you got to understand, as a Canadian, race is not a thing.
No,
like
crazy.
I came to Canada in the 70s from Britain, and there was an influx of Brits and Indians. Mm-hmm. They wanted a computer. They wanted Silicon Valley, so anyone educated could come in.
That's racist. Thinking that Indians are the only ones that could run computers, but
yeah,
they are. So we got
it. I think there'd be more Chinese, actually.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, all my friends, we'd all have Def Leppard T-shirts and Iron Maiden jackets, and it'd be like me and Rajiv. And we all learned to speak Hoser like within 1 week of being in Canada.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Quebec, and it was language. And we had a rule at the Le Biftec on Saint Laurent Street, our local bar. And I was like, dudes, no more language. No talking about language, because it was always like the French cocksucker.
Right, yeah.
Dumb language law and fuck the French.
It's still going on.
Oh, yeah, it'll go on forever.
Yeah.
We hate each other. And there's demarcations. Saint Denis is French, Saint Laurent is English. When you see a French person in your bar, you're not mad, but you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why would you even be here?
It's like a cowboy in Harlem.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes there'd be like these cute girls that would come in from the French side, and they spoke English, and we liked it because it was so weird. It was like black chicks.
They're girls.
Where you're dancing with
Oh,
a black
God, that's
chick,
funny.
You know? I'm with a French girl, and sometimes a guy would be on the French side for like a week and get a bunch of STDs and come back.
Come on over.
I've been to the dark side, but we didn't meet.
Sounds fascinating.
Race, like black Haitians are French, black Torontonians are English, so that was what defined them. Then I came to America in the late 90s, and it's all about race, and it takes a while because I think white people have this this thing with blacks where they're like, "What's up? Hey, want to be friends?
Yes.
You throw me the towel after the game." And I learned pretty quickly to fake hate them just to get on the right normal level.
Yeah.
Because when you talk to a black dude and you're like, hi, what's going on? They're disgusted. So if you pretend I hate you, and you're more like,
yeah. Now there's a mutual respect of hatred between you. Yeah, Canada. I've been saying Canada for so long. Canada is different though. You're obviously not dealing with African Americans. Now they're different than especially Indians. Like, I love Indian people.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking awesome. And it's so funny because you talk about the color of skin. I've seen so many darker Indians than black people. in general. You know, Indians are a dark-skinned people.
You hate me because I have brown
skin. It's like my brown skin. No, Indians are great. And Indian women, there are some of them that I could find very attractive. But yes, no, Dothead Indian, not American Indian. That I think are very attractive, and that's contradictory to how I feel about black women. I don't find many black women attractive,
right,
at all.
I understand.
Yeah, but Indian women. So it's not a color thing. And I have to assume that the French black people up there, or
they're nerds,
is different than African Americans are a whole nother fucking black people,
right?
Global black people.
But I would add, in Toronto, because of social media and the internet, and you know how like blacks in Seattle talk like blacks in Baltimore, talk like blacks in East New York.
There's just a dialect.
Like Seattle, they don't have that Jimi Hendrix like, what's going on, man?
Right.
That's all done. They all have the same accent, and that's now leaked up into Toronto, where they have this weird like Jamaican thing that you see in East London with the blacks up there, but it's still pretty African American and crimey and everything. But to quote David Duke and talk about my awakening, just kidding. Around after living here for 10 years and getting the racist thing again and again. Like when Vice first came here, we thought it was so silly that race was a big deal that we lampooned the shit out of it.
Isn't that interesting?
Dressed like skinheads, and we're like, this is your taboo. What a dumb taboo.
Right.
But after someone calls you a racist piece of shit a million times, you start Googling stuff and you go, actually, fuck you.
Yeah.
Not, I hate those guys, but those guys are behaving badly.
Yeah.
And I didn't even point that out, and you're calling me racist. It's like the whole "it's okay to be white" thing.
Yeah, that's all it was said.
On the news, and it's like the people were outraged by the flyers, and they're ripping them down.
Worst thing you could possibly find.
Up, throwing them on the ground.
Horror. What a horror show.
Disgusting. Or Tucker Carlson today.
Yep.
Was it today?
It was, I think, yesterday, but yeah, might as well.
And he goes, ganging up on a guy is not how white men fight.
Yeah.
It's like, how dare you notice
that is the
pattern?
worst thing you could possibly say. Meanwhile, we have examples over and over again.
It's just a fact. The stamping on the head thing.
Yep.
And I'm sure like middle-class, educated blacks with fathers watch that and go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But there is a thing with a certain division of blacks, which is probably about half, poor, fatherless, in the hood, where they will while out and
stomp on your head once you're knocked out. You don't even know what's happening.
Jogger. I mean, it's been going on for a while.
Standing on the street, and now you're at the gates with St. Peter, and you're like, I don't even know what the fuck happened. Because someone tell me, I think there was a fight, but what was I shot or stabbed? I was like, no, you were knocked out. And fine, you would have woken up. But the guy decided to stomp on your fucking face.
There's nothing worse.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Oh, my God, I hate seeing it.
Dude,
the guy's
it's hard to watch.
And they're whacking his head. And
that
you just see
the dead head. Just, yeah.
And the thing about concussions is they're cumulative.
Oh, yeah.
So you get 1 is bad, 2 is really bad, 3 is not 3 times worse than 1. It's 100 times worse.
It's like double a penny every day and whatever. And you're a millionaire after like a few hours.
Right. Yeah,
how that works.
It's murder.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. You were fired for saying the black community has this knee-jerk reaction to violence.
Yeah, it goes from nothing to physical violence over nothing very quickly.
And when the violence happens with American blacks of a certain demographic,
yes,
it is relentless. It's mob, and when you're down, and it's not, and there's no one-on-one. There's no rules.
No.
It's not exactly Queensbury fucking.
Yes, the Marcus of Queensbury rules.
And here's what drives me nuts. Everyone fucking knows this.
Yeah.
Go find like the most liberal person in the country. Give him a shot of heroin.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I don't know why they fight. I wish they wouldn't, man.
Yep.
I see them stomping on the head.
Yeah.
I hate it. And Twitter's...
You have to be outraged.
Outraged. And then they keep going, oh, is this how white men fight? Yeah. And they show like a lynching. Or they found a video of a white cheerleader standing up for herself and finally...
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, even in that video, it's not a mob.
Just her.
No one's getting their head stomped on when they're down.